So, welcome to the holiday gathering. Okay, so I wanted to talk a lot about the company before we started partying because I wanted to share with you guys a lot about where we've been, where we're going, a lot of the changes. I know that I've already discussed this with both of you individually, but I was hoping that we could all gather as a team to kind of work on the details of it. But anyways, I just kind of wanted to go back and talk a little bit about the way we had been doing things. And so, as you guys know, we have been on Groupon for a few years now. And although that had been working quite well for us to bring in new lead sources, we had a few problems with it. We were having trouble sometimes getting conversions, getting people to go from scheduling the first time to scheduling again with you. What happened was in May 2020, Groupon changed the way they paid. So it used to be that we got paid out based on sales. And then in 2020, when everything went haywire, they also decided to make some changes, and instead of paying out based on sales, they decided to start paying out based on only what we redeem. So we lost not only the buffer of the clients that purchased a Groupon and didn't utilize their Groupon, which is of course not necessarily what we wanted, but there was a little buffer for the company with that. But also, we, as you guys know, we pay out on a weekly basis, but Groupon only pays out twice a month. So for this last year, as in the back end of it all, I've had the struggle of paying forward and then getting compensated. And we've worked through it, and it had been going really well, but have been struggling a lot because I couldn't understand why it seemed like I was having a harder time keeping up this last year. And I thought that was why. I thought it was because, well, I'm paying forward and getting paid later, and it's just a struggle with getting used to the new system. Well, I learned that somewhere along the way also Groupon built in to the contract that I could not opt out of the option that if they decided that they needed to boost sales further, that they could offer Groupon patrons a further discount, and then it would drop off the cuts.
That's why that one woman was telling me she was booking a massage for like $53, and I was like, what do you mean you're booking a massage for $53?
Well,
we don't offer one for $53.
But, Groupon, the way that they're designed is you offer a really big discount, and in exchange, they boost you on their platform, and then you get a cut and they get a cut, right? So we were offering very deep value discounts. We were offering 52% off of our normal rates. So that part does make sense.
Okay.
And the only way I was able to bring in enough income off of that was to boost it by saying, hey, not only are you going to get this Groupon, but you're going to get $20 off the next time you schedule. Mm-hmm. That's the way we built it. It was beautiful for us because it encouraged them to come back to our regular platform instead of going through Groupon. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? It gave them that second discount. And that's how I earned just enough to pay you guys. Mm-hmm. So for the last years, any Groupons that we've had come in has simply paid just enough to pay you. The company doesn't make any money. Hence, it was a little painful to lose that buffer because even though, like I said, we don't want to not have patrons use the Groupon, it was still that little bit of buffer that kind of helped me out in the meantime while we were doing all of this. Well, what I discovered was that they were taking those cuts, and they were huge. They were way bigger than expected. So I started looking back on payouts, and $171, $243, $371, $500 back to Groupon that I didn't get. So over this last year, all those cuts that Groupon took has been coming out of my pocket to pay you guys. Oh. So no wonder why I've been like, why is this you know what I mean? So unfortunately, what that meant for us as a company was that I had to let go of that lead source. And so it really is creating a shift for us because we're not going to have that nice, convenient source of leads coming in like we had in the past. I'm nervous about it, but I'm also very excited about it because when I created this program, I created it with the intention of assisting you guys in building your platform through Massage Therapy Fusion but I never intended it to just be, I never intended for you guys not to participate, right? And so I think that what's going to happen is we are going to, I know that this is what's going to be happening, is that the company program is going to be shifting a little bit, and we are going to be working more closely together on a regular basis, and we are going to be coming up with individual plans for you guys as far as what your goals are in your personal goals as a massage therapist, and what you want to see Fusion do for you. And we're going to be creating customized plans where we work together towards those goals. And that's going to be your participation in that as well. But it's also going to help guide you to build that independent practice. That's kind of the idea of why you're looking at Massage Therapy Fusion to begin with. I know, Lerma, we've talked about the fact that you have some clients that may want to move with you with the chiropractic clinic, and I'm very excited that I can provide you with a platform that you can easily shift them to. I'm hoping that the rates that we charge won't be too out of balance with what they're used to, so hopefully they'll be able to cleanly transition. If you're having struggles with that, we can talk about it. But this really is going to require you guys to be participating a little bit more in bringing in your leads, and it's also going to require me to be more hands-on with you guys to help you do all of that. And that's really what we wanted this program to be anyways. We wanted it to be a team effort so that we could all be building independently but be working together to do so. And so even though there's been some upheaval, I'm also very excited about it because I think it's going to take us in a great direction for 2022. So with that, I have taken it upon myself to learn, right? Our goal is we want you guys to have 10 appointments a week on the calendar. For me to reach my personal goal with the company, we need to have 400 transactions a month, which means ultimately what I would like to see for the company is I would like for us to see at least 20 therapists on the team and at least 10 transactions a week from each therapist. And that's lowballing the numbers. That's making it very, very low. I want you guys to be successful.
I'm happy when I've got at least 10 clients on my books during the week.
Yeah.
My minimum goal is 10 clients a week.
Yeah, and I'm not saying clients, I'm saying transactions, right? And that's the other thing that I want you guys to be aware of. When we say that $10 comes off, for a full-time client, right? That's off the transaction. That's not per massage. So if you have 2 clients at one place, it's $10 off of that one transaction, but you've done 2 massages. So it isn't even like, Amber Ray she's got 6 full-time clients now that have been repeating with her long enough that they're full-time on her books, and they repeat with her. She has one client that schedules like 3, 4, and 5 90-minute massages back to back at one time. So you think
Those
about
are good
that.
paycheck weeks.
Yeah, think about that.
Those are my almost $1,000 paycheck weeks. If you ever hear her mention that, that's because all of my repeat clients hit in the same week.
Yeah,
or the same 2 weeks.
And if you think about that, they're scheduled for 5 90-minute massages, and that's going to be one transaction, and she's going to pay Fusion $10 for that, and the rest of it goes in her pocket. So it really does benefit, you know what I mean, to do it. And those are the weeks. Amber Ray has had amazing weeks where it actually may be busy, but not that busy, and she's pulled in $1,000 in a week. That's our goal. I want everybody to be pulling in at least $1,000 a week, right? I think that is a great goal, and I think that we all need to be, figuring out how we're going to reach that together. All of the social media stuff, we're all going to have to kick in with that. We all need to be really good about sharing out our posts, They go out at least twice a week, and as soon as you see a Massage Therapy Fusion post, you get to like it, you get to share it, and then when you share it, you get to comment on it and say, hey, I have availability this week, I travel to Mesa, Gilbert, and Chandler. I'd love to meet you. You know what I mean? The more organic reach we get out there, the more benefit all of that content that we're putting out there is going to be for us. But it doesn't help if you're not engaging. So it's really important. It's really important to really take that time. Nikki made the suggestion this week. We got to hear her talk, and she made the suggestion this week that at least 3 times a week, 20 minutes in a day. She said set a timer for 20 or 30 minutes, and she said take that time to go on there, to share posts, to like things with other people, you know what I mean, to get that engagement going.
Three
And
different
so-
groups.
Yeah. Yeah, so like if you belong to different social groups or like the yard sale groups or the, you know, community groups or whatever, some of them don't want you soliciting, of course, and we have to be careful about honoring the group's rules and all of that, but other ones you can. You know, so we all need to take advantage of everything that's being provided to us and utilize it to our fullest capacity. So I wanted to gift something to you guys this year. So happy holidays. Happy holidays. And I was going to do a contest and we're going to do it anyways, but since you already have a coffee cup, we're going to give it to Lerma.
Yeah,
since she's here.
absolutely.
It was going to be a contest, but I want to know, does anybody know what we're offering as a special for the holidays?
No.
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 Okay.
I sadly don't.
Okay, so we offered a 15% off e-gift certificates through the cyber weekend, ended on Monday, but now through the end of December, we're offering 10%. Yes, we're offering
Oh, thank
10%
you.
off e-gift certificates.
Oh, okay.
So we are offering 10% off. The promotion code is holidays21. So you can let your clients know that we're offering 10% off of e-gift certificates. They can either email it to themselves and print it out to gift, or they can email it directly to who they're giving it to. So definitely make sure that you're, keeping up with all of the things that we're offering, so that you can as well be letting your clients know that these are something that we have out there, right?